Hello. I'm making this video because I have been receiving quite a few of messages. People asking me about my musical background. Mostly, I think because I play jazz and blues, rock, that those kinds of music, and they watch me speak on my YouTube videos, and I'm pretty sure they notice that I speak English with an accent, and they look at my first name and my last name, Johnny Cher Enfant, and they wonder, man, this guy is playing, jazz and blues and rock and stuff like that. Well, to make a long story short, I um I started I, s- I started playing the guitar really when I was in Nashville, Tennessee, and at the time I played some country music, and I remember buying my first Gibson ES335, and it was a lot of fun playing the country music in Nashville. As you know, Nashville is is a musical town. So um, it was I had a good chance to really learn music and play with other people in town. Then then I decided, well, I'm going to try to play other styles of music. Then I moved on to rock, and then I play some rock music, and even some heavy metal I played. And then after a while, uh, I, I, uh, I was listening to to some jazz musicians, even people from all the way back, talking about Charlie Christian and Montgomery, and then Josh Benson, and then I started really enjoying the Josh Benson style of playing the guitar. Then I bought CDs of his. I bought books, and I try to emulate some of his music. But no one can play like George Benson. Because he's George Benson. He's George Benson. You can try, but you're not going to play. You're not going to play like George Benson. So mostly, I when I started playing jazz music, when I when I started to learn jazz music, uh, my my playing was influenced by rock. So to this day, I don't consider myself as a traditional, you know, jazz player, big jazz band player, guitar player. I don't consider myself that type of player. I consider myself as a jazz rock guitar player because since I started playing rock before jazz, then the rock music influences my jazz playing. So in for this reason, I I think I play jazz rock, and every time I play a piece of jazz music, you're gonna hear some rock and blues stuff like that. I know there are some people on not some people, maybe a couple of people that who who criticize me for not playing traditional jazz, but the thing that people need to know, especially musicians, you know, there are different types of jazz. So the style of jazz you play may not be the style that I play. So I'm not going to criticize you because you play different style of jazz than I. So I don't even know why people do stuff like that. You know, I think we should all enjoy playing and you know, have fun. So that's basically when it comes to the guitar. That's my background. You know, I started playing country music in Nashville, Tennessee, and then I moved to rock, a little bit of heavy metal, then on to jazz, and then I consider myself a jazz rock guitar player. When it comes to music itself, when I learned music theory in Wichita State University in Kansas. I studied I studied the piano, and I remember my instructors, you know, asking me to play classical music because that's actually that was the type of classes they were offering, classical music at that time. Then I said, okay, I'm going to learn how to play. I'm going to learn, you know, whatever. I just want to learn the theory, the music theory, and if it takes playing the piano to learn music theory, that's what I will do. Then man, that was painful, but it was also a lot of fun because I really enjoy the teaching of my instructors because they were very good. But I knew that I was not going to become a classical musician because it takes a lot of discipline to be a classical musician, and I'm not I'm not that disciplined. So because I like the freedom. I like, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy classical music, and I really like to listen to it when somebody's playing. It is nice, relaxing. Yeah, I like it. But because of the discipline it takes to play classical music, I knew then that even though I was taking classical lessons, I was not going to become a classical music player, because I like freedom. I like to create. I like to invent when I'm playing music. I like to create on the spot. I like to improvise. And classical music is like you got to abide by your musical chart. You got to follow all the dynamics, ups and down, and stuff like that, and all those all those musical signs, and you know, and I knew that I was not going to do that, but I still learned how to play it, and I still learned the music theory, which really helps me in my guitar playing. And so I'm not a classical musician, but I like to listen to it because uh, it's some classical musician, they when they play, man, they really take you from here to another world. So that was the story of my story of music in general. I play the keyboard. I play the keyboard. I play the piano, but it's not. It's not. I play, mostly jazz on the keyboard, and blues and rock, just like I do on the guitar. So Nashville, Nashville, Tennessee, Wichita, Kansas, where I study music theory at Wichita State University. Those two places are where I learned how to play music. Okay, so, and that's my background. So, like you guys, not you, but especially two people, they know, they know that they know who they are. I'm not a traditional jazz musician, jazz player. Okay, I am. Every time I play jazz, you're gonna hear some rock and blues in it. Okay, so okay, it doesn't mean that I cannot play traditional jazz music, because I read and write music. I know music theory. Okay, so I can just give me a chart, put the music in front of me, and I play. Okay, but that's not because I started playing music. I started with country music and rock, so that influences my jazz playing. Okay, So that's my musical background. Okay, I don't let my first name and last name and my accent fool you. And also one thing we know, jazz music is universal. Jazz music is universal. You you know, music and jazz music is being played all over the world. So, but there are different style of jazz music. Okay, it's not what you play, it's not what you like that is considered jazz music. Okay, yes, what you play is jazz, but it may not be the same as somebody else is playing this jazz. Okay, so let's have fun. All right. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so we can have that type of interactions, more often. So take care and stay safe out there. Bye.